It's 5 o'clock, and Harry Blondin is about to cross Niagara Falls on a tightrope. Thousands of people have shown up, thousands on the American side, thousands on the Canadian side. And this is an amazing feat. Remember, this is 1858, and this is high-end entertainment. Unfortunately, most of the people didn't show up to see him succeed, to see him make it. They're sure that he can't do it. They're sure that he's going to die, and they showed up to see that happen. I'm Chris Hunsaker, and this is the Dealership War Room. Leadership fire, 7 minutes, built daily, fueled intentionally, and delivered relentlessly. And if you can see behind me is Niagara Falls. Just down there is where Charles Blondin crossed over and walked on a tightrope across Niagara Falls. Tomorrow, I'm going to be visiting the Certified Auto Brokers team with Chris Taylor and his amazing group of people. And so today finds me here in Niagara Falls. And I couldn't not share the story of Harry Blondin and how what he did is exactly what you need to do to build buy-in and commitment in your store. So let's dive in. Principle number one that I want to share with you from Harry's story is the more you try to do something great, the more people are going to line up to watch you fail. Most people do not want you to succeed. And the higher your goals, the bigger your dreams, the more people are going to line up to tell you that you can't do it. Now, Harry was a master of theater. He had already crossed the falls several different times and in various different forms. One time he crossed the fall with a bottle of wine and a glass of wine, and halfway out, he poured himself a glass of wine and drank it and then finished to go to the other side. On another trip, he took a camera with him. Remember, this is the 1850s. This is one of those big tripod cameras. Set it up and took a picture on the tightrope halfway across the falls. One of my favorites is one time he carried his manager on his back as he tightrope walked across Niagara Falls. Now that is one incredible manager. This trip was unique and was special because this time Harry was going to cross Niagara Falls on a tightrope with a wheelbarrow full of bricks. And he got all the way across from the Canadian side to the American side. And when he finished and he stepped off the rope, just hundreds of people gathered around him. And most of them were reporters, and they wanted to ask him questions. They wanted to interview him. How the heck did he do this? And he shouted him down, said, calm down. Listen, I'll answer every reporter's question if, when you're done asking questions, I can ask a question. And they all instantly agreed. And so he answers all their questions and kind of tones down, and you can see it's his turn. He says, so now, my question. And he turns to a reporter from the New York Times and says, sir, I'm going to go back across to the Canadian side. Do you think I can make it? And he goes, no way, you're never going to make it. And I want you to think about this, that so often when you attempt to do something great, even when you're doing it, you will find authority figures, you will find professionals, you will find loved ones that will tell you, don't do it, don't try. And sometimes it's out of love, sometimes it's out of fear, but oftentimes it's just out of this human nature to not see other people get ahead and do better. But you will always have resistance. The more you try to build an incredible team and an incredible business and achieve records and break goals, people will line up to tell you that you can't do it. So then he went on to the next reporter. Do you think I can make it? The guy goes, no way. Went on to the next one. And again, he starts trying to talk Harry out of going back. He says, listen, you're alive. You made it. You're lucky. Stop here. Stop now. This is good enough. Don't do it again. And Harry just shook him off and went to the next one. And he goes, you know what? I think you can make it. And Harry goes, really? Like, you really think I can? He goes, I'm not sure. And then this one guy raised his hand. He goes, listen, I think you can do it. And Harry immediately turns to him and goes, really? He goes, yeah. I go, no, now do you really believe? And he goes, yeah, I believe. That was the most amazing feat of balance I have ever seen. And so Harry walked over to him and looked him in the eye. And he says, I need to know, do you really think I can make it? And with more certainty and more energy in his voice, the guy goes, yes. And so Harry said, come here. And they walked back over. He grabbed his wheelbarrow, dumped the bricks out and said, get in. Now that was a moment. Now there's a difference between, I believe in this, I like our mission, I want to work for you, we can sell 200 cars this month, and get in the wheelbarrow. As a leader, your job is not to get people to say yes. Your job is not to get your team to say, yeah, boss, I believe it. It's not even to have an unbelievable sales rally. They're just like fired up to go get it. Your job is day to day, week to week, month to month to get your team in the wheelbarrow. And then you cross Niagara Falls and do what nobody thinks is possible. Simply put, This is culture. Is your team willing, ready, and able to get in the wheelbarrow with you? It's the ultimate measure of how you're doing as a leader and the quality and strength of your culture. So the question I'd like you to ask yourself is, what do I need to do so my people are going to get in the wheelbarrow? Because that is where everything happens. And I have found that that type of buy-in, that type of absolute willingness to get into the wheelbarrow with you is found on 3 C's. And this is the essence of what every leader can do to create buy-in, increase buy-in, or solidify buy-in. So let's look at the first C, which is clarity. Who are we? What are we doing? And why are we doing it? This is our goals, our processes, our culture, everything. You can never overemphasize clarity. Clarity is something you must come back to every single day, every single meeting, every single time. And the more you can stay on message, the more powerful your clarity will be. The second C is confidence in the integrity, character, and competence of the leader. You got to be able to lead. If you're a sales manager or a service manager or a general manager, you got to be able to do the work. You got to have competence. And then consistency. Can you emotionally self-regulate? Can I count on you to be the same on Monday as you are on the Friday? Can I count on you to be as consistent and good when the heat is on as when everything is going good? Do I have the same boss on bad months as I do on good months? And is there an integrity? Is there a sense of you that you are a servant leader? You are willing to sacrifice yourself for us, that I will willingly follow you into the fire. And the third C is consistency. This is the kind of consistency your team needs to get into the wheelbarrow. First is, what are consistency of his expectations? Do I know what's expected of me? Is it clear? Is it measurable? Is it strong? And then secondly, consistency of rewards. If I do what you say, do you keep moving the goalpost? Or is there a clear do A, get B? And then after you get consistency of expectations and consistency of rewards, is there a consistency of accountability? When people don't hit the expectations, is there a consistent accountability that I can count on? Those are the 3 C's. Clarity. Do I have absolute clarity? And then confidence in you as a leader, and then consistency of your behavior and how you execute. You do those 3 things, and you can absolutely create buy-in. People get in the wheelbarrow because of the 3 C's. And I will see you tomorrow in the dealership world.